done. We're ready.
Oh, good. We're going? All right. So here's the plan. So, we're the Outlaws of Rock. That's us.
It's us.com. No,
Yeah.
it's not.
No.
Don't go there. You're going to find a weird porn site.
This is the Tully Dio show. And we were just sitting here before we hit record, we were talking about how, it is part of our creed. What do we our creed?
Yeah.
That we will never charge artists. Like they're at all ever. That's just not what we're going to do. And we know at some point, big business, big music business is going to try to hunt us down. They're going to send John Wick style assassins to hunt us.
That's right.
So what we're going to do, and I already got plans, don't worry. I don't know if you were worried, but we're going to get a fortified duplex, bro. That's what we're going to get.
Wait, what do you call it? A fortified duplex?
Yeah, so then we can live next to each other.
Like a townhouse would be better, wouldn't it?
Well, I get, but wait, is a townhouse, a duplex is split two different sides, though.
Yeah, we should make it a tower, like Game of Death.
Oh.
We get Wilt Chamberlain on the fucking top.
He's getting a little up. He's getting a little
up there.
In the tube.
Okay. We'll get Shaq.
That works.
There we go. Shaq is up on the top level of our fucking townhouse.
Yep. You got to get past Shaq, and you're not doing it. You're not.
Shaq Fu. Shaq Fu. You can't stop Shaq Fu.
And he was steel.
He was steel. Shazam. No, he wasn't.
Shaq was making superhero movies before any of this shit.
Anyone. Before Blade.
Go back and watch it. Let me know what you think, everybody. Please direct message me what you think of Shaq's version of Steel. I really want to know.
I've never seen that movie. Have you seen that movie?
Absolutely, I've seen it.
How is Shaq Fu?
Let me tell you, it was bad. But the thing is, here's the thing. Before this, if you're of a certain age, you don't remember pre-MCU. Well, before that, if you were a fucking comic guy like I was,
yeah.
You had anything that came out that was superhero, you just were like, I'll watch it.
That's true. Good point.
You were like, there's nothing.
That's true.
Oh, Shaq's making a superhero. I knew who Steel was.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm in.
Yeah, man. Like we'd watch, like, what did we have? Punisher with Dolph Lundgren. How depressing was that fucking movie?
It's terrible.
Wow.
Terrible.
What a garbage movie.
The best of the Punisher movies is still crap.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you.
There was one almost cool one where they just made him. Remember, he was like sticking people's heads and like
Warzone
shit.
Warzone was sick. That actor is psycho. He was like the Irish guy. You're like,
that was the only good one.
Can you do an American accent?
That was it.
Kinda. Yeah.
No, but watch this. Sticks his assistant's head in a meat grinder. The thing is, though, that movie was the only one that was good. And I actually tried to watch the Punisher show again, and it's so boring.
So long. You got to be really drunk to watch it.
You do.
Yeah.
And then it's also, it's long and it's super sad because instead of it just being like they really have to make excuses why he's so hard on criminals.
Exactly.
Like every episode, we have to see how bad his PTSD is and how wronged he was. Like, it's okay. It's not real. One, it's not real. He's a Punisher. Two,
right.
I'm watching. I know there's going to be some punishing.
Yeah.
On account of the name.
Yeah. Thank you. Let's punish. Let's punish more.
We don't have to get into the psychological aspect of it. I really don't think it's necessary. I think we could just make him the Punisher and just blow shit up and have fun with it.
He's punishing bad guys. Now, if he's punishing good people, then maybe you need some backstory of why he's a psychopath.
How's he going to exist in the Marvel Cinematic Universe? He's going to have to be watered down by like 1 cup Punisher, 1 gallon water.
Yeah. Dilute fucking the Punisher.
I mean, there's no way he can exist in that world.
They're going to call him Frank Castle every 10 minutes, every 10 seconds. They're just going to be like, oh, he's not the Punisher.
Frank, are you going out to hunt bad guys, Frank?
Yeah. Remember the Archie comics? They put the Punisher in the Archie comics back in the 90s. That's what they're going to do.
Yeah.
They're going to have to do it.
Yep. Well, because they got to get him in. Oh, no, he's part of the Sony one, isn't he?
I think so. But now, yeah. Yeah, no, he is.
So that's like Spider-Man and Morbius. And
oh, yeah. Well, they'll still have him blow up streets, like
Venom
buildings, because that's what he does to Spider. He almost kills Spider-Man.
Right. I remember because Spider-Man was a do-gooder.
Yeah.
And Punisher wasn't having it because his whole family got gunned down by the mob and he just wasn't having it.
Yeah. For some reason, he was going after the Spideys.
Because he was trying to stop him. It's that usual thing. He did the same thing to Wolverine. Tried to stop him. He just never learns his lessons.
Good point. He's just a dick half the time.
You know, just stop daydreaming about MJ and focus up on the fact that these guys are business. They do business.
Yeah.
You're a cute kid. These guys do business, right? Like they just go and they do it. Like they're like, hey, that guy's threatening. Wolverine's already got his claws through him. So like he's already dead. He's like, that guy, right? It was that guy because I don't really care that much.
Yeah, it's over.
So
there's blood everywhere.
Hey, call the Punisher, see if he gives a shit. No.
Nope. All of fucking Broadway is blown up. It's fine.
That's why they don't hang out with Captain America.
Yeah. And they just, they left them alone.
They're just like, dude, we don't want to hear it. We don't want to hear you lecture our asses all the time, every time we're running somebody through.
You want to be an Avenger?
No, not really. We just want to kind of just fuck shit up. That's kind of what we do.
I'm not doing that.
Nope.
Sounds like pussy shit. Yeah.
This set list fuck shit up. It's got multiple premieres on it, including our first track, which is Corpse Flower. The song is Snakes. It's going to melt your face off. It's an absolute ripper. And then we're going to get a little grungy with Coastal Fire Department's brand new track. We may be the first show in the States playing it. I think we still are. I'm almost positive. Gouge Away. And then, no, let's do those two. There's only so much food you can put on your plate.
It's not a buffet.
Well, even then.
That's true. Good point. That was a test. Before we go.
I used to go to a lot of buffets. That was my favorite. Them little cheesecakes that weren't cheesecakes at all.
Yeah, they were just little flans or something, right?
Don't even know. That graham cracker crust. That's all I needed.
They're pretty fucking delicious, though.
God, smoking a joint in the parking lot of a fucking buffet.
Oh man, that sounds
never
good.
A bad time.
I'm hungry now. Let's do this.
Too.
Woo!
Coiled up and slithering, your eyes on the haze as you lie awake, waiting to be squeezed. Worn by bells like sirens falling on a puppet string, singing death is king on a viewless wing. An echo in the cold gives you a silent kind of thrill. The band makes you ill, fighting for your will. And with the shallow breath you still see you have nothing left. Your soul will never rest.
Coastal Fire Department, Gouge Away, Corpse Flower, Snakes. All these tracks from the first one to Big Jim's Wild Card, it's like they're all like really and like super, I don't want to say heavy, but like there's a word. There's just a word. And when you hear them all, you'll have it. Yeah. I can't do it. I can't do it all the time with the words. I can't just always come up with the word I want.
You're looking at like intense or something?
Well, like they're really like they're heavy, but they're not all like loud heavy. Like some of them are faster and some of them are slower, but they all are, like they're all like intense. Like they're all like, they just got a lot behind them. There's a lot of meat on them bones.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So I guess it wasn't one word.
Dark meat. You got some
next two, it's like turkey meat, which I love. This, I'm getting this year the same thing I did last year is I just went and got 2 drumsticks and put them in the air fryer.
That sounds good.
That's what I had for Thanksgiving.
That's what you did for Thanksgiving, huh?
Yeah, drumsticks. Yeah, delicious in the air fryer. You do it. Everyone do it, but don't do it at my Ralph's because I need to get some. So go to a different Ralph's.
Don't take Dio's fucking.
Don't. I'm trying to give you share advice and good times, and you fucking stealing my stash. Don't do it.
Yeah.
Don't do it. American Sellout, Earthbound, and Pinfinger, dude. Those dudes are heavy. So like that's what I'm saying. Like it's like every single one of these songs, like the next 2 are more classic style of rock and roll, heavy, like guitar solos, just heavy, good stuff, good solid rock and roll. New rock and roll coming at us hot, dude. It's hot. There's a lot. It's like molten steel.
I'm traveling through the cosmos.
Pinfinger track, Creeping Malaise. Isn't that great? Creeping Malaise. It's great.
Fun name.
And then American Sellout with Earthbound, which so far this year, and I can't remember who was my favorite. It was Against the Sun. I love their album cover. This is my new favorite album cover for American Sellout. It's got all the things I would have, if I was at a record store, man, I would be drawn right to it. You got to check it out. Check it out later. You'll like it. We're up to Big Jim's wild card. Yeah, you did it. That was a pretty good one. You can't do it. You know, we need a guy. We need some Foley arts. Yami J. And the song is called Gonja. If I said it right. That sounds like I said it right. I'm pretty sure I did. And I believe what it means is to speak truth. And this guy is a rap artist from Uganda. And that'll make the song mean even more. It's excellent. It's rock and roll, man. It's rap. It's rock and roll. It's got that thing that I'm talking about. Big Jim's wild card. Yami J.
What is them J passing through? Bimena J. Hey. Bimena J. Hey. Hey. Gonja, gonja na gonja, bamuyita. Gonja, gonja na gonja. Isi ya mije anda merusa mi kocha. Isi ya mije anda merusa mi kocha. Look how we live, look how we suffer. Can't find dinner, can't find supper. So we do anything we hustle to survive. Gotta keep our heads above the water. This is ya mije band, they make it to the center. Everyone me go gas simple manga gonja. See name, gonja, gonja na gonja, bamuyita. Gonja, gonja na gonja. Isi ya mije anda merusa mi kocha. Isi ya mije anda merusa mi kocha. I don't live in the flat, man I in a heart. Can't find food for me cooking in my pata. Papa and the back looking flat. Man and the commando, man and the Sparta. Ragamuffin ya mije me no hobby chatter. See name, gonja gonja na gonja, bamuyita. Gonja gonja na gonja. Isi ya mije anda merusa mi kocha. Isi ya mije anda merusa mi kocha. They got him, the ya mije oh manga gonja. Give me any rhythm anytime we slaughter. Are in a monjagala bread and butter. Every day I work hard to make him better. Gonja gonja na gonja, bamuyita. Gonja gonja na gonja. Isi ya mije anda merusa mi kocha. Isi ya mije anda merusa mi kocha. Gonja gonja na gonja, bamuyita. Gonja gonja na gonja. Isi ya mije anda merusa mi kocha. Isi ya mije anda merusa mi kocha. Look how we live, look how we suffer. Can't find dinner, can't find supper. So we do anything we hustle to survive. Gotta keep our heads above the water. This is me Japan, they make it to the center. Everyone me go gas simple manga gonja. Bamuyita, gonja gonja na gonja, bamuyita. Gonja gonja na gonja. Isi ya mije anda merusa mi kocha. Isi ya mije anda merusa mi kocha. Isi ya mije, isi ya mije, isi ya mije. Bimwe na je, watch it. Gonja gonja na gonja, bamuyita. Gonja gonja na gonja. Isi ya mije, rusan kocha. Isi ya mije anda merusa mi kocha. Gonja gonja na gonja, bamuyita. Gonja gonja na gonja. Isi ya mije, rusan kocha. Isi ya mije anda merusa mi kocha. Now live in a flat, live in a hut. Can't find food for me cooking in my pot. Ne bank looking flat. Man and the commando, man and the spot. Yeah me J, me no how fit chatter. Me no how fit. Hey, what me? Gonja gonja na gonja, bamuyita. Gonja gonja na gonja. Isi ya mi J, rusan kocha. Isi ya mi J anda me rusa mi kocha.
Yami J with Gonja was Big Jim's wild card. Whoosh, I can do it too.
You do better.
I appreciate that, but I don't think I do. See, that's a thing we'll always debate when we're 80.
I feel like, you know, if it was like a Mr. Burns versus like a Homer doing the same thing, you know, within in the story, like in the Simpsons world.
Yeah.
Who would do it better? You know, that's a weird thing, but who would do a better whip? I feel like you do more of like what Homer with his infliction, of his lips.
I agree.
I
agree
it's a
because
weird
I can
thing.
almost do Homer's voice.
I'm
So
a
I would be
bony-
coming from that.
Exactly. That's right. Okay. So we got the same thing on our minds.
Yeah. Yep.
That's
Yep.
all. I'm a bony weirdo.
That
And I'm
works.
more of
Though.
like it's not real. I'm like a poor Mr. Burns.
You're like a poor man's Burns.
I'm welfare Burns.
I still call my sideburns Montgomerys and see if anybody gets it.
Little Monty's.
Yeah. Got a couple
Little
Montgomerys going.
They look cool.
Yeah, I do. I got some burns going right now. I'm trying to get them big. I want some big chops. I'm in some big chops times.
Monty B's.
Big chops. That's how 2023 is going to be all about big chops.
Big shops. No one can afford a motorcycle right now. The gas is ridiculous.
We're going to go big chops and cheap hops.
Oh, I like that.
That's a
Dude, what the
shirt.
fuck? That's a shirt.
We're
God
doing
damn it.
that. You heard that's our shirt.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Fully slam dunk Sugget.
Yeah.
Because that's the way it's going to be. Now the rest of the show is from past shows, but there's still kick-ass new tracks. And I decided to throw our dude sent us shirts. Just great fella. What a great fella. Berserk. Another one we got to see live. He's always playing downtown LA, but it's such a journey out here. If you want to go anywhere, it's like everything's such a big deal.
Where's
You know
he
what I mean?
playing?
Like just to get there.
It sucks. Yeah. Where's he playing these days?
Oh, I can't remember where his last one was, but I know it was in downtown LA. But he's always playing. He'll play close and we'll go.
Okay. I'd like to see him.
He's got the new metal thing going.
Yeah. That's
And I love that. Like he's totally like we were saying in the interview, like all of it's coming back and people are interpreting it in their own way. And he's brought in his own spin on the new metal thing. Or you could just say, or he's brought his own spin on rap.
Sure.
So,
you can go both ways.
He likes the band thing with his, it's just, he does great stuff. He's another one. I was happy when I heard him because I was like, oh, please bring this style back. Berserk and his logo is awesome.
It's so sick.
Berserk Have Mercy Part 2. And then Samora. Yeah. Remember Samora?
Yeah,
Reggae,
I remember some more.
funky.
So
Yeah,
I was
because-
watching Berserk right now.
Yami J's song like made me think of these songs that like Samora is funky and plus I like the vibe of the whole thing. So we got that coming up after Berserk. Samora with Fake.
Fuck yeah. Oh.
Come on, crowd. This is me again. stop pretend we no left with them snakes. All we do is execute them. Bonafide friends stop pretend we no laugh with them snakes. All we do is execute them. Boss chick when me bustin' at the dance. Raw shit when me tamp on it long. And me run this shit can't fuck up the plan. Let me show you what I got. Cool me cool but me see them want test. But I'm in a contest. Them only support to go to report. Infected with Batman and there is no cure. Bonafide friends stop pretend we no left with them snakes. All we do is execute them. Bonafide friends stop pretend we no laugh with them snakes. All we do is execute them. Them don't know. Classic gal like keep a control. Them that's why. Them I try but me born to survive. All time. No, burn all the fakeness, so we burn all the fakeness, go. Like a wild predator, we onto them. Everyone we bring them. We are aim at them, not different. Enough of them, but we leaving them. We see through your mask and we hit through them lies. Tell them, even my dog is a better friend. Tell them, you cannot proceed, you incompetent. Tell them, even the donkey can comprehend. Tell them, we loyal and real straight confident. Bonafide friends stop pretend we no left with them snakes. All we do is execute them. Bonafide friends stop pretend we no laugh with them snakes. All we do is execute them. Them don't know. Classic gal like keep a control. Them that's why. Them I try but me born to survive. All time. No, burn all the fakeness, so we burn all the fakeness, go. Bonafide friends stop pretend we no left with them snakes. All we do is execute them. Bonafide friends stop pretend we no laugh with them snakes. All we do is execute them. Bonafide friends. We Bonafide friends. We Bonafide friends. We Bonafide friends. No, burn all the fakeness, so we burn all the fakeness, go. Burn all the fakeness, so we burn all the fakeness, go.
Some more of Fake and Berserk Have Mercy Part 2. Man, I just did a whole funk. I went from heavy into like many different genres of rock and roll into like rap and then some funk. There's some funk in here too, dude.
Yeah.
Just try to give you everything. Some reggae beats, sick shit, out of control. So many good sounds, so much good music. Look it up. Do your own stuff. Get it. Find your stuff and send it to me. Everybody who listens, find a new band and send it to me.
Research.
Do it. It's
You
a
know?
good time.
Research development for free.
For free. But if you find one that I like, I'll play it on the show and I'll be like, yo, Susie says, hey, she likes this band and I'm playing it and she's got good taste in music.
We'll do a whole shootout thing. Here,
Yeah,
bud.
total. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Have a whole fucking 20 minutes of it.
Oh, just 20 solid. Down North, Dance Little Sister, and Muskrat with Citrus. And then we're ending it with the Fabulous Fez Heads, Funky, 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 Green Lipped Muscle Man, because I love that song. It's a great, I mean, like those guys are going that super classic, like they got that weirdness like the old Talking Heads.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I like their videos.
Because they're crazy weird.
They're weird. Yeah.
Just like those old those bands from that era.
Some
And these
weird-ass
guys, it's all
shit.
coming back. It's all
Love
coming
that
back.
shit. Love it. All that shit's good.
I know.
I peel back the skin. The new sketch in my eye. to penetrate and taste that sweet inside. The juice gets all on my hands. I know it looks bad, but I love to smell my hands. I will fill you and I'll eat you up. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. I will fill you and I'll eat you up. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. I like the way it smells. And in the air just afterwards, it sets off pleasure in my brain. You know I can't hold back. I want a snack. I will peel it and I'll eat it up. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. I will peel it and I'll eat it up. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Who's that man over there? The one who really thinks he's something. Oh, you mean the funky, funky, funky green-lipped muscle man? Yeah, and what makes him so special? He's so funky! Hey, what have you done a bit more on this guy? He's so funky! Funky, 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 green-lipped muscle man. He's so funky! Funky, 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 green-lipped muscle man. He's so funky! Funky, 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 green-lipped muscle man. So, just how funky is he? He's really funky! Funky, 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 green-lipped muscle man. He's so funky! Funky, 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 green-lipped muscle man. Really funky! Funky, 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 green-lipped muscle man. He don't sell fish. He don't sell chicken. He only sells them funky, funky, green-lipped muscles. You keep your hands off his muscles! I'm gonna get myself a whole kilo of those muscles. I'm gonna get you both.
How's it going?
Good.
Most
pretty
excellent.
good.
How you
Hell
guys
yeah.
doing? You're good?
Yeah.
Good. How y'all doing?
Good. We're gonna talk about some fucking grunge, and I'm stoked.
Hell yeah.
Let's do it.
So what are you doing with the TikTok thing? You doing that? Is that going?
Yeah, man, I just started it.
Excellent. So now we all know it's going, so we can act appropriately.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to ask you guys first, you know, because I know it changes the dynamic a little bit.
Just a little bit. Like, I mean, you know, I always say like I was dropped like 16 F-bombs instead of my usual 20-ish.
Yeah.
It varies. It varies upon topic. I get heated, guys. If we're talking about grunge and stuff, I'm going to get passionate about it.
Exactly, man. I'm feeling the same way.
I know. I love it.
Oh yeah.
I love how much you guys are into it, because one of my first gigs I ever did it was long when I was doing radio a while. It was when grunge first hit, and it was like it hit. Like you were literally watching dudes like dancing around in like tight leather pants with like super long hair, and like it was getting ridiculous. Like even the badass ones had to have like a ballad, and it just got so corny and watered down. And then grunge came in and just literally burned it to the effing ground. It was like, and from the embers came the phoenix of grunge. It was absolutely amazing. Like I got to imagine it would have been like what like grandparents and stuff with the Beatles and everything. You know, they always talk about seeing the Beatles on Ed Sullivan and stuff like that. It must have been like that, but it was a movement. Like people acted it.
Yeah.
Like,
That was the dopest
culture.
part. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, dude, so fully. Like, I mean, and like if you were like the type of person who you can tell because you guys are drawn to it. If you're that you were drawn right to it, and you were in the, you know, you had the baggy jeans and the boots, flannel. Got it. I still have, you know.
That's tapping my wardrobe.
And I mean, yeah, that's so true. Because even like I know myself and Ben, we weren't even alive in the 90s, and like you said, I mean, we just gravitate towards it because it's just that influential in that way, you know. Like it's lived past its own expiration date. It's crazy.
And that's the best part, because when it was happening, it felt like it. But how do you know? Now I know. Now I know, because you guys are younger than me and you're digging the shit out of it. And it's so worth it. It's so worth it. You know it. You know, you could pick up an Alice in Chains album and just be like, speechless.
Oh yeah. Just be like, this is one of the best things I've ever listened to.
Ever.
Yeah.
It's like what people say about Zeppelin and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I feel the same way about those bands. Soundgarden, like all of them. When they were doing oh, come on. What was the one they did when it was before the guy had a heroin overdose, which was unfortunate? Mother Love Bone.
Mother Love Bone, yeah.
Like how groovy and funky and rock and roll, and like that same vibe as Led Zeppelin.
Oh yeah.
Where it's like if you didn't have a joint, one would just appear in your mouth.
It's
just so stony. Like it's so awesome.
Just listening to it, you got a little bit of it.
You go totally. Yeah. There's like bong resin in your ear. There's like, what is that? Is that water? That's gross. So who of them, and it's not even an argument because they're all A+ top shelf motherfuckers. So there's no way that I can even pick one. But who is your favorite of those original bands? Ben, we'll start with you.
Shit.
I know it's hard.
Yeah. Dude, I gotta go with Alice. I have to. I can't not, because like Lane Staley, man.
I know.
Jerry Cantrell.
Yeah.
I don't even need to explain. I just need to say names.
I know.
Yeah.
Doing it.
Yeah.
Gary's still doing it. He's still making good music. You can't top, you know, you can't. That's the stuff.
Yeah.
But he's still doing it.
Well, he's still writing kick-ass riffs, man.
Sick stuff. I still get stoked when I know he's going to do something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's my personal favorite, but I toil with it all the time because I really did dig Cornell. Like I really did dig Soundgarden. His voice was magical. It was.
And that's how I've always felt too, is like, I don't even care if people want to argue who the best singer was, but Chris Cornell to me is just fucking home. You know, like everything about him is just amazing to me.
If I honestly, like, looking back at it now, like, I'm sure someone who was like, you know, like in the 80s, you could pick someone, but if I had to pick someone, if I was like, you want to know what grunge looked like, Chris Cornell. That's how we all dressed. We all dressed like Chris Cornell and Eddie Vedder, who dressed the same.
The exact same.
Yeah, pretty much the exact same. They probably shared that Bulls jersey.
Yeah.
Like,
they just dressed like everyday people.
dude, and it was grungy though, man. They were wearing freaking boots because it's like just muddy and shitty where they live. Like, I mean, it's beautiful, but it's really muddy. And you know what I mean? I was living in Michigan. I'm from Detroit. So it was the same type of like weird, like I already had those clothes in my closet. I already had a flannel and shit. Like, it's, you know, it wasn't really tough to get one. I could have taken one from my grandpa. He probably had 100 different colors. So is your favorite, Gabriel's your favorite? Oh, go ahead.
Oh, sorry, you're good. I was just gonna say I can't even imagine how that must have felt like seeing that go into what mainstream was. You know, it's like, holy shit, like that. I wear that shit. You know what I mean?
It was kind of sad. Like, there's always that point where you're like, the things you like are great, and then it starts to get other people like them, and you're really down, and that's pretty sweet. And then it you know, jumps the shark, as they say, and then everybody's got it on, and a bunch of posers have it on, and you fucking hate it. And then you have to make it something else. Like, then something else has to happen, like punk rock, or in this case, after grunge, it was that second British invasion with Oasis and Blur and all those dudes, the Verve.
New metal.
Yeah. Oh, and then new metal. Right. And then new metal was after that. And then it went all like hip hop and rap and everything, which is great. But I do miss the rock and roll in there too.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's coming back huge though. You can feel it in your bones. You know, you guys can feel it.
Oh,
like, it's resonating.
I feel like it's almost in the same way as, like, it's just so much in our generation that's just tired of what mainstream is right now.
Yep.
It's like, what is this? That I don't resonate with this, you know?
Yes.
It's like, we need music that fucking feels like something again.
And that's where we were. That's how we felt. And like, I remember like a lot of things that are being talked about on the news and stuff like that about it. I remember it, like, I've already heard it, because like we were feeling that same way. And the hair metal stuff was getting it was so played out and so watered down and so like, and I'm not even being preachy about it. It was so like exploitive and like, you know what I mean? It was all like girls with big fake boobs and everything. It just was all so, after a while, everything just gets so sickening. And like, you were just so sick of it. And then grunge came around and they didn't give a shit about any of that stuff. I mean, Courtney Love was just like, bleh, to all of it. She was just spitting on it. Awesome. It was awesome. So what I was going to say, Gabriel, is so is Soundgarden your favorite because of Cornell? See, he's my favorite singer, but it's not my favorite band.
See, and I feel the exact same way as that. Like, I love Chris Cornell. I love like his solo shit and everything he did with Soundgarden. But I have to agree with Ben. Like, Alice in Chains is just number one. And it's hard, like you said. It's so fucking hard to choose one.
Because there's ones that you even like sort of forget about, like that were around and they were getting bigger. Some more side bands. I'm blanking on them right now, but I always go through because I have like you know, I was buying.
Yeah, like Screaming Trees.
Yes, exactly, like Screaming Trees. Actually, I think I saw them open for Oasis.
Really?
Oh, really?
Yeah. I
Did
got
you
really
see
drunk.
them? Was that when they had Josh Homme or no?
That was it would have been about 1995, 4. Would that be right time?
He joined a little bit later, but dude, you got to see Mark Lanigan.
Yes. And Oasis with absolute like being terrors. They were like, Liam was just like doing Heineken like a priest with holy water on the crowd, like just being a total dick. And it was awesome. And I loved it because it was rock and roll. I just knew they were backstage doing a bunch of drugs and just being jerks. And I was like, bravo. But that needed to happen because grunge at the end of it did this exact same thing happened as hair metal, is where it was all weird ballads and like these watered down versions of these gnarly bands. Because once the machine finds out that you can make a bunch of money on Pearl Jam, They want another Pearl Jam that's cheap. So they make one and it's garbage. And you can smell
And
it.
to me, that's what the post grunge movement kind of felt like to me.
Like what stuff?
Like, and don't get me wrong, I love them,
no.
but
They're all good.
Silverchair,
Oh yeah, they're all great. The thing is, I know whenever I say something, it's just because I don't like that shit. It's not because I don't think every single person in the band's talented as hell and I can't do what they can do. So I'm always impressed. However, yes,
exactly.
it started.
However, I feel like Silverchair, Bush, I don't know what's another fucking Puddle of Mud, you know.
So
And, like those bands were just like the machine trying to put a band-aid on Kurt's death to me.
They did. They were trying to get something out there because I think they panicked when grunge it had to become safe because it was so intense that like people were dying of heroin overdose like crazy. And people who weren't doing heroin were doing heroin because they thought it was cool because all their band dudes were doing it.
Yeah.
So it had to become safe. So they made it safe and then it sucked.
It's true.
That's why it's only great when it's hot, you know,
when it's raw.
Exactly. When it's raw and real.
And those are the albums you guys are drawn to because they do that. And it's like that with any genre. You're drawn to the ones that are just absolutely heat seekers. Like they blow your mind. So have you ever, I'm trying to think of who you liking right now? Is there anybody that you guys are digging? Like, I know you're doing gigs, you're doing stuff. COVID's doing its thing, but no one really gives a shit.
Yeah.
Because we got to play, we got to see, we got to do the stuff or else you're not living. So you got to go out there and do the rock and rolling for the people. You have to.
Yeah. It's too long that we haven't been living.
I know. And it's your duty as musicians that play together in a band to give the people the music because
100%.
Yeah, you do. I mean, like, it's like some of the greatest times, if not the greatest times of my life have been watching a band play with my buddies. So like, you got to do it. You're obligated.
And nothing beats the feeling of playing out there.
I can't imagine. It's got to be great. Like I used to do a lot of stage stuff, different comedy things and what have you. And I remember when the audience would laugh and clap real hard. It's like a wave of energy just going through your chest. It's like literally you feel like you're getting lifted off the stage. It's absolutely magnificent.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So who do you guys like? Who you liking in your little, because I know you guys it's probably got to be coming a little scene of rock guys. You're going to stick together.
Oh yeah.
You got other bands that you think are kicking ass right now?
Yeah, I mean, like we've got this little scene in Fresno, California, which is kind of where we are basically based in, even though we're not from there.
Sure.
I mean, there's guys like Desert Bums, a great new band, only have 2 songs out. Fucking not okay.
I love it.
Yeah,
I'm writing these down because I'm going to follow them.
Sorry, what was that?
I'm writing them down because I'm going to follow them.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, no, Desert Bums are definitely worth a listen. We got some buddies from Palmdale, Sunwick. Woo.
Man, dude, that man sounds just like Lane Staley.
No shit.
Here, no, I want to hear your reaction to him.
Yeah.
Here.
Yeah, do it.
And they're cool guys too, which just makes it so much better.
It does. It does. You know, you can have both.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You don't got to be a douchebag. No one likes that. You know, no one wants to be around someone like that. That goes so far. And then everybody's like, guess what? Don't hang out with that guy or girl. It's genderless, the douchebaggery.
Yeah. And it's contagious.
Yes. Oh my God. Yes.
It is.
People love to get, because it's easy.
That's true.
It's easy to just be a douche. It's no fun though. Because you can act like that and then secretly everybody's like, no one likes you, dude. That's not what you want. You want people to be like, when's that guy coming back?
Exactly.
Yeah.
They're a riot. They do cool stuff. You got it?
Yeah, I got it.
Did you pull it up? All right, I want to hear it. Can I hear it?
Yeah. Let me see. I'll play it. Tell me if you can't hear it.
Okay. Nope. No. Uh-uh. This is the most riveting segment. No. People are like, is he going to hear it or not? Stay tuned.
You see, the problem is
next week.
I don't even
Wait,
know.
I can look it up.
Yeah, just do that.
Or Matt can. Dubs, can you look it up?
Yeah, sure. Hey. Yeah,
There he is.
Let's do it.
Matt
It's
came
called-
and went. He took
it's
off
called-
for a while.
Cloud 9 by Sunwood.
All right. And I'll share the feed here.
Ooh.
Cloud 9 by Sunlit.
Came out of nowhere. Dubs came out of nowhere. It was like a tag match. I just went like that.
Ding,
Off.
ding.
Zoomed him in. Is that a thing? I hope not. Somebody zoomed me in to the meeting. You're fired. You're fired. Is it going good?
Cloud 9.
This is seriously, people are like, what are those guys doing? But this is, you know what? This is what happened. This is rock and roll right here. It's not all high leg kicks and guitar swinging. Sometimes
say-
it's looking things up.
Did you say Sunwick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. All
Yeah,
right.
there's your problem.
I found it. I was looking up Sunlip.
Oh,
The
that's a
fuck
good
was I
name
doing?
too, though. I like
Sun-
that. Sunlip.
Sun Nips.
Oh, Sun Nips. That's not bad.
It's not terrible. Yeah. It could be
It'd be a
worse.
good burlesque show.
All right, let's do it. You guys
That would
ready?
work.
Hey, Sunwick, don't fucking sue us. .com.
Why would they- They're getting free play, man.
No, that's true. Don't do it. Okay,
they-
Game of Thrones.
Go
Don't
Shane.
fucking sue us.
You don't sue us, Game of Thrones.
Yeah, you sons of bitches.
Stupid dragons.
Here it is. All right. Oh shit, I'm scared, man.
I'm scared I can't hear it.
Can you hear it?
No, I think you have to share the audio.
Oh fuck.
Oh
I
my
can hear it
God,
now.
Oh, I hear it now.
I got
Okay.
it. Oh, dude. Oh, yeah, he does.
You got some lane going on.
That's exactly.
No. So you guys were talking about? You did.
Yeah.
It definitely does. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's good stuff. It's going to kick, isn't it? I can feel it. There it is. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's so grungy. Yeah, right there. Some grungy right there.
They are so tight live. Like it's fucking unbelievable.
That's
Oh,
like. That's what I mean about grunge, man. It like you were wearing the flannel and the boots, and it felt like you were getting ready to listen to the music.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh yeah, we'll get these guys on.
Yeah, dude.
That's a great
Yeah, I'll
one.
have to send over their contact info.
Yeah,
Shit.
that's a great one. Yeah, geez, man, that's excellent because that's yep. See, because this is what everyone needs to listen to stuff, you know, rock and roll,
Yeah.
grunge.
And-
Oh yeah.
And it's the shit that you wouldn't listen to unless you knew about it. You know what I mean? Like nobody knows about bands like us. It's
That's
just
why, and
fucking-
honest to God, man, that's why we do the show because people need to. They need to know, and they need to know that this is another. All of this is music that you can listen to that isn't being given to you right now, but you can find it. This is just an
Exactly.
example that I made up of bands that I've met online and at shows and what have you. This is just stuff I found. But
Right.
if you do your own research, even off of let's say they just look up your band and then they can find other bands that you like just do some research and you will find some sick music out there.
Oh yeah.
Sick. Just as good.
You guys
And going back to Oh, sorry.
No, you go ahead.
No, that's good. You can get rid of it. Can you get rid of it?
No. You guys want to play your own shit right now? You got a fucking video going on?
Yeah, I
Or do
mean, we've got a song that was like super inspired by like Bleach era grunge.
Yeah.
It's got a lyric video, but I would, you know.
We'll play the track. We'll play the track after. If you're apprehensive about the video, we'll play the track after. Is that cool? Can we do that, Dubs?
Yeah, I just don't want to blow up your spot. That's why I just left share. But if you want to, you can go back anytime you want. There's always turning back.
There's always turning back. There's always turning back. That's great. I love that. That's a whole. So that's getting to be a scene. And I think I told you guys. Well, Ben, you weren't here the first time. I think it was just Gabriel. And there's a huge scene in England. Do you guys follow any of those dudes? Like Coastal Fire Department and
you know what? I have heard of Coastal Fire Department.
they got a whole, it's called UK Civil War is the name of their clique of bands. And it's like a bunch of bands that play bars in London and stuff. And they all did the same thing. Like they were just inspired by grunge and other rock and roll, but very grunge heavy. Actually, we're playing their new track on the show. It would have aired before probably the interview. It's called Gouge Away. And it's, I mean, even the name, right?
Yeah.
Is like so grungy. But that's sick because like a double rising of that type of music can't hurt anybody.
It's crazy that it's happening across the ocean at the same time.
I couldn't believe it. Like when I found, I was like, I didn't know for a while there. I didn't know where the people, I was like, which one is this? Where, when I hear a grunge band, I'm like, where are they from? Are they from England? Are they from California?
Yeah.
Because it seems like on the East Coast, they're playing rock and roll. Like Reality Suite and like bands like that are getting big. Like they're all like kind of classic rock and roll. That's what they listen to. That's their grunge, you know what I mean? To you. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So it's very interesting. Do you dig any other, like, did you get into those bands? Like any of those like classic rock bands?
Yeah, I'm pretty into classic rock.
Who's your favorite of those, of the older ones?
Like what generation?
Ooh, let's go like 60s, because I think that's when grunge started.
60s. That's
spot here, Ben.
I really like the Clash.
Ooh, the Clash were great.
Yeah.
That was like, because they were punk, but they were like, and that was all that punk rock era. When they were like, that's when that was crazy in England. That was their crazy punk rock time, wasn't it, Matt?
Yeah.
That was when all the
it was after the Sex Pistols, right? Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Like early 70s, right?
Oh,
but they
dude,
were a
Sex
smarter
Pistols
band.
Yeah, no, the Clash, the Clash was a little, more regional, I guess you'd say.
Yeah.
They were fucking impactful. Well, I mean, give it 10 years later, they were like the biggest thing on the planet Earth,
Yeah. Because they blew up even more. Like in the 80s, they had those hits that were a little bit more dancey almost.
That's a good example of that. Rock the Casbah and fucking that shit was sick. I mean, the shit was sick to some people. It pissed a lot of people off and alienated a lot of fans.
It did.
What the fuck's this disco? Everyone says that shit.
And I always say grunge started in the 60s because I think, and I would argue this, you'd have to listen to it, but the Kinks, I Really Got You, to me is the first grunge song.
Sure.
Because it sounds muddy like that. Because he took a razor blade to his amp.
Oh, totally. He's a maniac.
To do that, make that noise.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So like, and I can't remember his name now, the guitar player, but that's how he got that muddy sound. And that song reminds me of it. If you slowed it down a little bit, it would be a total grunge song.
Totally. Yeah.
You should do that. You guys should cover that and slow it down and make it real grungy.
Honestly, yeah.
It'd be
that's
so
a fun
sick.
idea.
I literally would freak out. So
what song is that again?
It's the Kinks, You Really Got Me. But like
Okay,
that
okay.
guitar player used that sound in a couple songs, and there's a bunch of them, but that one, it's just so grungy sounding. Oh, that because it's
pretty sick.
the only
Ray-
thing is
Ray
in this-
Davies, right? Is that his name?
I think so. In this
Yeah.
era, this was like the era where everybody was on speed. So like that's when the music's kind of fast. But imagine it being slowed down a little bit. But it's like
Yeah.
it's just kind of fast because I think everybody was on meth on amphetamines.
Sure.
Yeah.
You know, like in the
Everyone was in a
80s,
hurry.
everybody was on coke.
Probably so true.
It is. That's it affects the music.
Did you see the new Elvis movie, guys? Everyone?
No.
It was actually pretty good. I watched it on the
Good.
screen. And yeah, he was just on fucking meth the whole time, man.
No shit.
He was methed up, Elvis. Elvis and Hitler. Oh my,
Not together.
not together.
Elvis was on meth. I think ain't that something?
Yeah, right. This is the fucking Kinks.
Just that.
That shit was fast for the 60s.
I know, but the
Yeah,
reminds
totally.
me of a grunge thing. It
Totally.
just needs to be slowed down. If you slowed it down, it would be totally grungy.
Totally derived from punk.
I-
Yeah, for sure.
I love Van Halen's cover of this and how Eddie put Eruption before it.
So good.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah,
good.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's on Diver Down, right?
Yes.
I think so. It's like a red cover with I think
Yeah.
I know
Mhm.
that is an unbelievable album. Yeah, they nailed it. They made it even faster though.
They did.
But they were on cocaine. See, that's what I'm telling you guys. That it affects the music and like the grunge
But-
movement. It's like think about it. Everybody was on heroin, and think about those songs. They're so moody and like it's very heroin-y because they were on it.
Yeah.
You could tell the music by the drugs.
That's crazy. I've never thought about it that way.
It's
yeah,
so
that's-
true,
that's a good
especially
point.
the 80s. The 80s is the worst because, like, I mean, the songs were like Dancing on the Ceiling by like that shit was all on cocaine, man. There was nothing that wasn't cocaine in the 80s.
Oh yeah, that's all. Oh, you know what? I think it's on their self-title album.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, you got it
Yeah.
over there. Diver Down was a great album, though.
He
Just-
does
it's
the-
all covers.
The Roy Orbison cover. He does Oh Pretty Woman. They do Pretty Woman.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
Well,
that's-
the whole thing is covers.
Oh yeah.
Cathedral and Secrets are two of the best paired songs I've ever heard in my life. Well, we don't have to listen to them, but you guys should check them out. The first thing is just the instrumental, Cathedral, and then it goes into Secrets. I think those are the two,
Yeah, they're right here. You see-
right?
Yep.
Yeah, you'll enjoy it. Headphones on,
Oh yeah.
necessary.
Oh yeah. Always.
Yeah, it's gonna happen for me.
It is. You guys are gonna dig it. So what's coming? We're gonna play Ashamed, right? After we're done at the interview.
Yeah.
Do you guys have a story about it?
You
don't
know,
have
it's
to.
kind of no. Yeah, I
Okay.
mean,
Because
I
mystery's cool
personally-
too, bro.
yeah,
It's all good.
yeah. I love learning about the stories behind the songs.
I
You
know,
know,
me
it's
too.
like the same shit we've been talking about. Like it's cool to just see how everything outside affected what was inside because it always feels so
Absolutely.
isolated.
Absolutely.
But yeah, no, Ashamed was cool, man. We're really in this era of like finding our sound. You know what I mean? Like our first album was very, we love grunge, we love the 90s. And then now it's kind of like this transition into, okay, yeah, that's where we came from, but now where are we going?
Yes.
And Ashamed was kind of like that perfect transition of saying like, hey, we're still fucking grunge, but this is how we're gonna sound now, you know?
Mhm.
And I love that transition for us.
Yeah, I think we found a really good way with everything we've been recording and Ashamed included to include all of our or blend all of our influences into one
Yep.
and make it out of that as we should, but we've done it a lot better and differently than we did the first time around.
And everything you do, you'll find that more and more because you guys
Yeah.
are like you know, at one point the influenced becomes the influencer. Like at one point, all these things you've absorbed, so intelligent thing to do. What a smart thing to do is like be part of music history, want to know. You take that in, you sponge it in, and then you put it out in your way. And it'll be something mind blowing because you took it from great source material. And it's, I mean, like, it's going to be great. I can't wait to see how you guys, like your generation, takes in all these amazing different styles of music and comes up with something that's going to blow everybody's mind. I can feel it coming. It's going to be another sick rock and roll, but it's going to be even more expansive. Like rock and roll won't even be enough of an umbrella for it.
Oh no.
Because someone will do some crazy ass cool shit on the guitar or something, and it'll be hard as fuck, and we'll all be like, "That's some sick shit."
Big fun.
Remember that band, Ben?
Yeah.
Dude, I was thinking the same thing.
See,
we
like, it's
played with a heavy guitar band, man. They were fucking amazing.
I bet. See, that's why, like, we may actually get another Frank Zappa. Like, we may get someone who's just not even thinking like the rest of us think, even though we're trying to think huge. Like, this is when it happens, when people are not listening to one thing, when they're taking in everything and creating something brilliant. And that's what, you know, you guys are on that journey, and I can already hear it. And you're not even been around for that long. Wait till you tell me, wait till we talk in 10 years. Records on the wall, right? If they even do that anymore, no one will even care. They'll be like, every high five I get like everybody makes you feel good. You know what I mean? It'll be something brilliant. It'll be something Star Trek-ish. So I saw on your Instagram, you're doing this 90s thing, like a 90s night thing.
Oh yeah.
What is that all about? That's kind of cool.
Yeah,
So
it's cool. Take it away. Take it away.
Yeah, so one of the places around here, the only place that we've been able to find that's really like a good ping so we can, you know, record and stuff is the place that it's a bar / grill that does covers. It's a cover place. My dad's band played there, so we kind of got in through that. And so even though we're an original band, every time we played there to get the, you know, do the pay, get in there, we do 90s covers.
Yeah, but man, that's got to be fun though, right?
Oh yeah, we get to pay homage to all of our favorites.
Yeah, do you get to pick your own set list?
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's sick. That's got to be fun. And plus it keeps you, you know, it's like exercising, like you got to play to get better every day. So like, and those guys weren't simpletons. They were like badass musicians. So it's got to be, some of that stuff's got to be really difficult.
Anytime I get to play Dave Grohl, my soul is satisfied.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah.
Did you ever, and this is so controversial, have you ever had a moment where you're like, you know, I kind of like Foo Fighters more than Nirvana?
I have.
Me too.
Yeah, I have.
Look at Gabriel's like, I can't believe you guys, I'm never talking to you again. How dare you? How dare you?
I can understand it. It's just,
but it's just, it's so like, he has such a gigantic library of music. And a lot of it's really good. I'm not saying that he doesn't phone it in sometimes. And I'm not saying that whenever they need a rock and roll guy, they don't just grab Dave Grohl. Like, we need somebody rock and roll who's not going to do something embarrassing. Just get Dave Grohl.
Every time.
But, man,
Get Dave.
He's good. He won't piss anybody off. He likes Tenacious D. They like, he just like, sometimes I'm like, man, those Foo Fighters songs are really good. But I never got to see Nirvana stick around long enough to do more things that I know they would have done that I would have enjoyed.
Yeah,
very true. No.
They didn't get a shot because it was just, you know, that time was so heavy. It wasn't surprising when people were dropping. It wasn't. It was like everything felt like foggy, heavy, rainy. It was grungy. But we all got through it, and now you guys are influenced by it, which is excellent, and it's going to be huge again. And it makes me happy because I want to listen to it again.
Yeah.
I want to do it one more time. Why not, right?
Why not?
Guys, this was a brilliant interview because of you guys. And
You're
Matt's work.
great.
Matt's work on the computer. That
Oh,
was
yeah.
stellar too.
Yeah, no, fuck me, dude. You guys kick ass.
You get it's all good stuff. So we'll play
Thank you,
Ashamed
man.
after this. We'll talk to you guys again soon. Let us know when you have more stuff coming up. Maybe if you're ever doing a mini tour, we can
Hell
come
yeah.
see you play.
Oh yeah.
Come on down.
Yeah.
You can sleep in my garage. I got a studio.
Hey.
You can
He
practice
does too.
there.
It's nice.
You guys plug in, just practice. Just don't
It's
wake.
really nice.
My neighbors are on meth, so you won't wake them. They're just up all the time. So
Yeah.
Sweet.
They hear drums in their heads all the time. They won't know a damn difference.
yeah, they won't know shit. It's fine.
Let's
I think
just
we got
end
a
on a
tour to
meth
plan,
note.
man.
Should we end this on a meth note? I hope that's how it ends for everyone.
Yeah.
Okay. You
Meth
guys,
note.
thanks. We'll talk to you soon.
All right.
Thank you for having us, man.
Adios.
You
guys
bet.
are awesome.
Later, fellas. We're playing
too.
Ashamed.
Fuck yeah.
You did. Yeah, you dropped one at the end. Yeah, man.
My baby girl, she said she hates me. She said I'm too boring. She said I don't care about you. She said I was gone. I'm ashamed. I'm ashamed. I'm ashamed. I'm ashamed. I'm ashamed. I'm ashamed. I'm sleeping in a dead man's bed. I miss you leaving me sad. You left a stain on my heart. I bleed it out with my scar. I'm ashamed. I'm ashamed. I'm ashamed. I'm ashamed. I'm ashamed. I'm ashamed.
Time for the top F10 for episode 346. Entering at number 10 is we've played these guys on the show, but there wasn't a top 10 when we originally started playing. This is the first song that they've given to us since we've started a top 10. Jane Lee Hooker with Lucky. We got 9, Gears with Good Enough. 8 is Crying Club with Bad Day to Be a Zebra. Number 7 is Psycho Positive's new one, Red Knee Socks. Number 6 is Reign of Z with Reflections. Number 5, Against the Sun, Undone. Number 4, Lonnie Claire, Flock O' Fakes. Number 3, Bone Rust. Number 2, P Mad with Sisters. And number 1 for the first week, Kill Cody with So Long. That's the top F and 10 for episode 370. No, not 376, 346.
Oh wow, we just jumped back.
I was worried
Yeah, that's freaked me out.
because then I'd have to do the same list at
There-
376, and I don't know how I'm going to do that.
30 fucking shows from now.
I can't do the math.
I mean, I think I'm wrong.
I really enjoyed doing this one. It flowed well in my mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I hope everybody enjoys it because it was one that I was just like, it was just coming out like
Because
it's coming out like ice cream, soft serve ice cream.
Mr. Tinker Train.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Tinker Train.
It was coming out. It was coming out of my brain like Frogurt.
Yeah,
Froyo, bro.
that sounds so good right now.
Dude, I could go for a Froyo. I
Dude.
could.
Music infused froyo.
Yeah.
Sick.
Every time you scoop, it makes a different note.
Yeah. Try it out.
Do it. Give it a try. Do
Okay.
50-50 though, man. It's the only way I do that shit. I
All right.
can't just do chocolate or vanilla. It's got to be a swirl.
That's like a negative Q and an F major.
Exactly. It's totally disturbing to the mind, but delicious to the palate.
Yeah, because it's all twisted. It doesn't make any
I know.
sense. Yeah.
I know. It's sometimes one sense is happy and the other one is disappointed.
It's not gonna sound good. Get out of here.
But it tastes so good.
It tastes good, not audibly though.
Never put ice cream in your ear. There's one thing I've learned in my life. Can we just say goodbye right now?
Sure. Or if you
Put
want
on
to
the
talk,
show?
you talked about something. Unless something's really pissing you off, we can just.
I mean, do we have time to do a talk?
You have 6 minutes.
We can do a short one.
We could just literally.
We know when it's at 2.
All right, let's do it.
So I just want to say this. This is more of a PSA, and I did want to say it because it's very important. I didn't fucking know this, and I feel like shit now that I do. For my cat's sake, for Puma Puku, fucking Puma Puku Dio. Her name is Puma Puku Dio.
Yeah.
So like she's got some weight. All right. She's got some spiritual energy. The point is,
She does.
I did not know that essential, and a lot of people are like, you didn't even know that. Like, but I didn't. Essential oils. Now I wasn't putting essential oils on the cat, but like I have a air filter, and you put the little drops on the pad, and then you put it in the air filter, and it kind of smells like eucalyptus or whatever. It's very nice. Lavender. It's calming, you know.
Mhm.
Toxic for cats.
Oh shit. Well,
So I'm telling people, no diffusers. Like the bubble ones are the worst because they put air droplets, but like, and also they're really allergic. It burns them. Like tea tree oil is the worst one. So if you're using tea tree oil on your hands or anything, don't touch your cat because it's terrible for them. But the essential oils, all of them, dude, eucalyptus, like ones that you'd think would be good, all of them are toxic to cats.
Fuck, that's terrible.
I know. And luckily I had just bought the essential oil. I bought eucalyptus, and I was saying, you know, they're nice at night. And I used it for like 3 or 4 days. And I was like, I wonder if this would affect a cat at all. I just thought she probably sent it to me psychically with her cat beams into my head. But like, I looked it up and I was like, oh shit, I feel terrible.
Yeah.
She hated it.
Yeah. She was not having a good time.
No, I remember, and I kept wondering why when I have the CBD with eucalyptus in it for like if my arm hurts or anything, and I was putting it on my joints, right on my elbows, did the tennis elbow, and every time I try to pick her up, she'd jump away, and I didn't understand why. There's a eucalyptus. She hates the smell.
Oh shit.
So that's a little note out there to any cat owners. I did not know that. I never heard that before in my life.
Yeah.
Not owners, not companions. I don't own. If anything, she owns me. I serve her food. She doesn't serve me food.
Yeah.
I clean her poop. She doesn't clean mine. So
Right.
I guess who's winning this one? Anyway.
That's fucking intense. I don't know.
I know. It was more of a PSA, but I wanted to get it out because I just didn't know that. You didn't know either, did you?
No.
And for dogs too. It's bad for dogs too.
Well, that's good to know.
Especially tea tree oil.
That's
You
what
have
I
to get,
hear.
well, tea tree oil is bad for cats. They said with tea tree oil that you should get your doctors. You have to get approval from a vet to use it on your dog because they can have an allergic reaction too. But it's all worse for cats, all of it. But yeah, dogs don't like it either.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Well, that's good to know, man.
Yeah, because
That's
like,
good talk.
yeah, those are nice things that you like to have and people like to have in their house. Those little diffusers, I think they're great. And like they make the whole room smell like mint and shit. That's great.
Yeah, I know. We have a couple of them.
Yeah, well, not at the risk of the dog or the cat because they'll start to get sick if it's bad though. Like it's pretty obvious, I guess. So
Well, that's some more shit you can use for target practice. On diffuser.
yeah, we could throw them. We could do them like fucking throw them up, shoot them with the double bears, the double
That'd be
gadoosh.
really fucking intense.
That'd be fun though,
That
wouldn't it?
would be really fun. I want to
We'd
shoot
miss
one.
every time though.
Yeah, that's the thing, man. You got to be really good at that to shoot.
But if we could just shoot it on the ground eventually.
Yeah, that'd be fine.
after we got tired of it.
That'd be fine. As long as we could put it down like a printer.
Yeah, I mean, the rule of shooting things pretty much is if you don't hit it within 3, then you just set it on a tree stump, right? That's how it works.
Yeah.
You know, that's how it worked with my BB gun when I was a kid throwing a frisbee up in the air. If I couldn't hit it in 3, you're going on there.
Yeah, let's put
Where's
that
the
thing
nearest tree stump?
20 yards down the line.
Where's my firecracker tree stump? My sparkler tree stump. Where is it? Where am I supposed to put my smoke bombs?
Yeah.
No one even knows what I'm talking about anymore.
I know. Well, no, I get
You
it.
did it. It was always a tree stump.
Yeah, you got to do it in the middle of the woods or like your own property on the very end.
Tree stump. It was a designated tree stump.
Yeah, like a dead tree stump.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty cold.
It was designated to set things on that you were going to explode.
Dry and rainy.
Yeah.
Yeah, usually wet.
That's the best time.
Yeah.
You don't want to start a fire. That's nonsense. It was a good show. I think we did a little PSA at the end there. This informative show. And we talked about grunge. And that was nice.
Yeah, it was fun.
I'm wearing a red flannel that you can see on the interview, which will be on YouTube.
I forgot to remind you about the 2-minute thing. So we have like 45 seconds.
That's fine. I was going to say, do I have to keep talking? All right, so that's the end of the show. I'm Tully Dio.
I'm Meister Matt. Again.
We're the Outlaws of Rock, and we'll be back next week with another show. Enjoy your weekend, everybody. Big beers for all of you.
Hit my music, Mr. Dumb Yeah, sorry.
And hops.
Yeah, and hops.
I'm gonna roll with the punches. I'm gonna take my sweet time. I'm gonna go nice and easy. Oh, I'm telling you that yes, I'm gonna let cards fall where they may. Yeah, give my chips. Oh, you know I'm betting on me, 'cause I'm feeling lucky. Oh, like nothing me. Yes, I'm feeling lucky.
The zebra senses something's wrong, looks over his back. All he sees is stripes of his old black and white, and a patch of tall grass swaying in the wind. He missed the lioness, obscured by grass he sees too late. When the zebra sees her, it's too late. She jumps out and he's on his back and she's got his neck. Tripped out inside of her mouth, a ruthless death with foolishness, unless she's all well going on his head. Approaches the lakeside, looking for shade in the baobab trees. She sets herself up, this time amongst the clay. Patience perfected, breath outwaits. His ears are tingling now. What is gonna can't be the wind, but he looks the wrong way. Opens a blind eye, condemns himself to mix his flesh for taste.
seeds of resentment. I'll try to save this night. You seem surprised I try so hard to ease the tension. I just don't wanna fight anymore. And every conversation chips away at me. It shouldn't be this hard. The seeds are coming undone. Two dreams cannot become one. I think that I've had enough. 4 years that's better than none, but we lost all hope to see if this could change.
How many days since I felt the wind on my face? That craving picture, it's time to go. said we cry, cry, cry. You said we cry. You said we cry. You said we cry when we die. When we die, we all came to see what shoes you wear. What shoes you wear. Dreaming dreams of dreams. Dreaming dreams of dreams. Taken away like an ocean wave. Hold your head up high and be bright. The devils and the demons. The devils and the demons. The devils and the demons will always be there. Will always be there. Careful what you wish for. Careful what you wish for. It may not always be fair. You walk amongst the gods. You walk amongst the gods. All I can hear is a sound. All I can hear is a sound. White noise in my head. White noise in my head. Spinning around to no end. There is an end to fly away. There is an end to fly away. Dreaming dreams of dreams. Dreaming dreams of dreams. You said we cry. You said we cry. You said we cry when you die. You said we cry when you die. Dreaming dreams of dreams. Taken away like an ocean wave. Like an ocean wave. Hold your hand and help me out. The devils and the demons. The devils and the demons will always be there. Will always be there. Will always be there.